Leeds TV, there's a bit of a different one this week. This week, the focus is on Izzy Brown. I'm doing it live this week, something a little bit different, something a bit of a change this week. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this live. I'm coming straight from work, and get straight on with it. So, Izzy Brown, where is he going to play in this Leeds team? What is the plan with Izzy Brown? It looks like he's coming back in the next couple of weeks. It's not going to be too long until he is back in this team, or at least in the starting 18. The squad of 18 even. I'm just going to keep an eye as well on the comments on the screen to the left of me. If you have any comments, join on the comments on the screen to the left of me. If you have any comments during the video, anything you want me to cover in this video, it's not just going to be about Izzy Brown. It's going to talk about the captaincy, injuries, a lot of things that have happened over the last couple of days. I'm going to talk about that. So if you've got any comments, try and keep up with it to the left of me on the screen. So let's get on with it. Izzy Brown. For me, it's really tough to say, really. For me, he's number 10. I think that's his best position. For Huddersfield, when they went up in 6-10, I think that's his best position. For Huddersfield, when they went up in 16-17, Izzy Brown was the catalyst. I've spoken to a lot of Huddersfield fans about Izzy Brown. I'm quite friendly with a lot of Huddersfield fans, and they do think he's going to be the missing link on this side. I think that's a fair point. He scored 5 goals in like 3 months when he came back to Huddersfield. He came in for like the last 3 months of the season, and he was the difference in that team. They started to stutter a little bit before he came to that Huddersfield side, and he just changed their season. I remember a game we played against Huddersfield sort of later on in that season when Huddersfield went up in 16-17 with 2-1 defeat. He was the difference in that game. He got a goal, and he was brilliant. He made a real difference. He's got that fearlessness I think Marcelo Bielsa likes. But I think another way of looking at it is he could potentially be on that left-hand side. He could be used as a winger in this team, and I have no problem with that. I think if he is going to be used as a winger, he's probably on that left-hand side. He played there a lot for Rotherham. Rotherham, he was actually there in the same season as 16-17, at the first half of that season, and he made a massive impression on that left-hand side. I remember twice we played Rotherham that season, and he caused havoc on that left-hand side. And it's a difficult one. Let us know in the comments down below where you see Izzy Brown's best position as being. I'm just going to go through some comments straight away. So, do you think we'll buy in January? I trust Bielsa, but we obviously do need some signs off Jaggy Babs there. So, it's a tough one that. Are we going to buy people in January? I think we need to. I think it's more a case of we need to strengthen the squad now. We certainly need to reinforce the defence, for one. The injuries we've had. Real problems at the back there in terms of injuries. Apo Halm looks like he's going to have to become one of the main centre-backs now with Coops, Berardi, Ayling all unavailable. Obviously you have the Dallas injury, so we're now down to pretty much a 4th choice right back arguably in Jamie Shackleton. Not that I have a problem with Jamie Shackleton. But it's going to be tough to say that one, but I'm just going to keep, as we're going along, I'm just going to go through the comments as well as we go along. So I might go off track a little bit, but I'm just going to go through the comments as I go through. So yeah, for me, Izzy Brown this season number 10, and the Bielsa trademark system is a 3-3-1-3, and I think Brown was brought in to play that 10 role. Because if you look at it, really, I think the only real players we have who can play the 10 role are me and Matheus Click, Pablo Hernandez, Samuel Saiz. For me, none of them really fit in that sort of mould of a number 10, of a Bielsa kind of number 10. You certainly look at Saiz and Click. I think Saiz is much better in the 8 role, where he's playing a bit deeper and he's able to bring us forward 20-30 yards. Playing that sort of Lewis Cook role, carrying the ball rather than being the creator. Matheus Click, I think, is much better deeper. We're sort of tasting him the game and being able to play that box-to-box role. I think it's a lot easier to mark Matheus Click when he plays in the 10 role. Pablo Hernandez, we know Pablo's been absolutely superb on the right-hand side this season, and that's where he's said himself, Pablo Hernandez, his favourite position is on that right-hand side, not on the left, not through the middle, the right-hand side. And it's obviously where you're going to get the best out of Pablo. So for me, Izzy Brown is that missing link in terms of the actual out-and-out number 10, a goal scorer. We got 5 goals for Huddersfield that season. We got 2 for Rotherham that season as well. So we got himself about 7 goals, 5 assists during that season that he played as a number 10/left winger. He has got end problems. He play every game. Just saw a funny comment there of Joe Wainman, funny man. Straight away getting into me about Conor Shaughnessy. I'll get onto that in a second. But yeah, it's tough to say really. Let us know in the comments that have said, and just going to have a quick look if anyone has mentioned anything about Izzy Brown. Marcus has made a fair point. He's saying, would Izzy Brown get in the team? You know, Hernandez, Saiz, Click, Forshaw, all ahead of him. Now, what I do think is, in the 4-1-4-1, Izzy Brown is probably struggling to get in this team. You know, is he really a centre mid? You know, is he going to be able to be someone who can dictate a football match? You know, I see him more of an energetic, someone who plays in between the lines, and I don't think a 4-1-4-1 sort of suits that. You know, I certainly see that 4-1-4-1 as being looking at his absolute best when you've got Mattis, Click and Summer Saiz as the midfield tandem there in front of an out-and-out holding midfielder. If he's going to play a 4-1-4-1 for me, it would have to be on that left-hand side, and that left-hand side is up for contention. You know, a lot. You know, we look at Jack Clark's, obviously he looks as a potential contender for that left-hand side, and then you see people like Alioski struggling, Stuart Dallas out injured. There's no one really sort of making a massive claim to playing that left-hand side. You know, for me that could be where Izzy Brown comes in. You know, that's my feeling on that. In a 4-1-4-1, no, he maybe isn't getting into this team. Let's have a look if there's any other comments on him. George LUFC says Brown can play on the wing and as a striker. Very good point. He can play as a striker. I think at Chelsea, when he was coming through the academy, he was mainly a striker, and you sort of see that he's maybe dropped down a little deeper. I think maybe you could say he's not really got the build for a sort of lone striker, but certainly, you know, if we're behind in the game, when we go two up front, I definitely see Izzy Brown as an option, you know, someone to play off for Patrick Bamford, Kemal Roof, etc., etc. I'm going to also mention Patrick Bamford in this video. You know, I see that certainly as an option there. See if there are any others. Right, nothing else specifically on Izzy Brown there. Well, that's for me where I sort of see him as playing. You know, I think it will be very interesting. I'll be able to use them, but I do see potentially that there will be a formation change when Izzy Brown comes back into the fold, because he is that number 10. He's that person that's going to get you goals, dribble, do everything you want to see off number 10. Deadly passes, just everything you want to see off number 10. So the next thing I want to talk about is the injury situation. You know, I've seen a lot of comments just to the left of me asking about the injuries. You know, obviously we know Liam Cooper's got 6-week injury. He's going to be out for 6 weeks, as well as Stuart Dallas. And then you look at that 6 weeks, you know, you're thinking, are they going to be coming back straight back after that 6 weeks? It's probably looking at 2 months then, at least 2 months, 2.5 months. It could, you're looking at potentially half of the second half of next season. Sorry, half of the second half of next year. That is not good. That's not, you know, not great, especially with the injuries we've already got. I've seen a couple of comments just going to go right to the top again. So let's go through this. Bear with me a second. Tom Cudney says, do you think we've got trouble at the back again? Yes, I do think potentially. Certainly when we're playing the better teams, I think we have got a problem at the back. You know, you're looking at the situation now. Fourth choice right back potentially Conor and James Shackleton. Centre back options, out and out centre backs. What are our options at the minute other than Pontus? You've got Apo Hallam, Conor Shaughnessy is probably the only other option there in terms of a senior kind of centre back. Again, Conor Shaughnessy didn't play well in the game he got against Preston in the cup. Joe has just mentioned, you know, I am a Conor Shaughnessy fan. I do think he has got a lot of potential, but it's difficult bringing him on in a situation like this, I feel. But we probably are going to have to use him at some point. You know, we certainly are going to have to force him into the team. In terms of left backs, we're very top heavy on left back. You know, obviously we've got Barry Douglas, the best left back in the league. We've got people who can cover him. You know, we've got people like Tom Pearce. Alioski, I think, looks a lot better when he plays left back. So potentially, could we look at maybe moving one of them into a back three, or could we look at moving them into a centre back role? Could we look at maybe bringing Barry Douglas across a little bit more central? It's just an idea. You know, it's not great, is it? You know, having to sort of think outside the box in such an important sort of position on the pitch. But I have to say, the people that have come in, Apo Hallam, Jamie Shackleton, have done absolutely superb, I feel, when they've come in, considering the situation they've been brought into. I think they've done well. But yeah, I think that definitely is an issue. Just going to keep going through the comments. And John O makes a comment on Izzy Brown. You can only get it on merit, not on reputation. Can he live up to it? Very different style of play for Leeds than what he's used to. I actually slightly disagree with that. I certainly agree on the reputation bit. I certainly agree on that. We've already seen under Marcelo Bielsa. You know, I expected Patrick Bamford to be the main striker this season, to go straight into that team, being the main striker. But Kemar Roof set out his stall and has kept that space. He's just said to the rest of the team, I'm having that number 9 shirt, no one else is getting ahead of me. And Marcelo Bielsa stays loyal to his players. You know, he really does like staying loyal to his players. You know, even look at Pablo Hernandez, when he came back from injury, he didn't walk straight back into that team. He was on the bench against Blackburn, I think, and he came on with 20 minutes to go. It doesn't matter about reputations for Marcelo Bielsa. It's all about who does that job for him. And I think he prefers players who are a little bit more humble. But for me, from what I've seen of Izzy Brown, you know, sort of off the pitch, in terms of interviews, general comments and that lot, he seems a really down-to-earth guy for me, you know, and I really like that about him. And obviously, just to go on that as well, you know, look at Lewis Baker, Jamal Blackman, again, 2 other players who are expected to be straight in that starting 11. Neither of them were. You know, I don't think Jamal Blackman plays a league game for us. Lewis Baker's, I don't think he started 1 game for us against Reading in the league. You know, it's not about reputations, but it's certainly a fair point. But in terms of style of football, I think he is used to that similar style of football, and I think that's what makes him appeal to Marcelo Bielsa. You know, he played as a number 10 at Huddersfield, and at Huddersfield, under David Wagner, very energetic team. You know, very much, certainly in the Championship, we're very much into the high press, playing on the counter attack, high energy, having a lot of possession as well. You know, playing lovely little football. And Izzy Brown knew where to make the movements. You know, we had people like Aaron Moy, Jonathan Hogg behind him, Tommy Smith on the right wing back, Alias Kajunga, right wing. He had similar kind of very technical kind of footballers. And for me, I'd even say the footballers he'd be playing with at Leeds will probably be next level to that. You know, other than Aaron Moy, I don't really think of one who would, I sort of say, stands out ahead of what we've got at the minute. So he knows, he has that kind of movement about him. I think he'll be aware what positions he needs to take up, when he needs to sort of stay in that number 10 role, when he can drift around the pitch. You know, I think it can interchange with Pablo. You know, I think that's certainly an option there. But it's all about if we do play 4-2-3-1, all with an out and out number 10. You know, there's no sort of guarantee on that, but I do think we will see a lot more 3-3-1-3 when Izzy Brown is back. You know, I certainly do see him as being the number 10, and I think that is the plan for Izzy Brown. You know, look, Marcelo Bielsa clearly wanted him. You know, he knew Izzy Brown was out for this half of the season, but he still made the signing. He still made that. The last signing we made in August was that one. He clearly values the player. If he thought he's all right, he wouldn't have gone for him. There's no chance Marcelo Bielsa would have gone for him. You know, if he thought he was just all right, it just wouldn't have happened. You know, he clearly sees the value in Izzy Brown. But just go on to injuries. It's a worry, isn't it? And I think a lot of it has been put onto Marcelo Bielsa about the sort of style of play, the training methods, the intensity we play out. But a lot of the injuries have been impact injuries. You know, I've just been incredibly unlucky myself. Maybe being a little bit too generous on us, but I do just think we have been unlucky on that score. You have to hope the second half of the season it gets better. But we have to respond. Definitely need to make January signings. You know, I've always said about the defence, it has to reinforce certain positions. It's not a case of so much, you know, getting the marquee signings. You know, certainly look at maybe some positions where we might need the marquee signing, but it's all about just strengthening that squad, building that squad up now for me. That's my feeling on that. But in terms of the captaincy, Coops, you know, he's got an injury, 6 weeks out, almost 6 months then, it feels like that. You know, who takes over that captaincy? I know Pablo, when the Cooper came off the pitch, took over the captaincy, but for me, I think it needs some debating. I think it needs looking at the captaincy. You know, in terms of contenders for me, I certainly look at Calvin, Pontus, potentially Adam Forshaw if he plays enough games, Pablo, of course. I think there's at least 4 options there. You know, Luke Ayling will be an option as well, but I think, you know, he's miles off at the minute. You know, I don't think he's going to be back till the new year. But that's, you know, Luke Ayling would be the obvious choice. You know, I think he probably would be the captain if he wasn't injured. But yeah, but I'm going to just go through each one. For me, Calvin Phillips is a massive contender. You look at the way he's taking on Marcelo Bielsa's style of play. Make sure you check out, there's a video of Calvin Phillips today on the actual Leeds official channel talking about, you know, positional play. He just gets it, Calvin. You know, he's so knowledgeable about what Marcelo Bielsa wants him to do. He's able to explain what he needs to do. He's so aware where he needs to be. You know, in each different position, he's got that tactical flexibility. And I just think he's a leader by example, Calvin Phillips. Look at Pontus. I thought Pontus massively stepped up at Sheffield United. And Pontus has always been a contender for the captaincy. You know, the way he plays, just the way he looks after the rest of his teammates if there's any sort of trouble. again, another one who leads by example. You know, I always like the centre backs or defenders to be captains. You know, I just always feel centre backs or centre midfielders always feel make the best captains. You know, it's just a personal opinion of mine. I always think the best captains have always been centre backs or centre midfielders. You certainly look at Leeds in terms of Billy, you know, David Batty at times. Gunstracken, obviously Gunstracken a bit more than Winkler, I don't know why I just said that. Lucas, Johnny Alson, just going off one to the top of my head. Richard Naylor back in the day, Cal Bartley. They've always been the best at being centre backs or centre mids. You know, for me, I think it always makes the best captain. Let's go on to other options. Adam Forshaw. You know, I really like Adam Forshaw. Nice, humble, down to earth guy. Fills in brilliantly. You know, whenever he has to. You know, he's not an automatic starter, but at the minute I think he really is playing his way into Bielsa's good books. You know, he's putting in top performance after top performance after top performance. And again, another one who's got experience in the battle. He's experienced promotion battles before with Middlesbrough, Brentford. He's got that little bit more knowledge, I think, the rest of the team. A little bit more know-how, I think. That's my feeling on that. And obviously Pablo, look at Pablo, you know, I think you have to say it's probably Marcelo Bielsa's, one of Marcelo Bielsa's favourite players. You know, the praise he's had of Marcelo Bielsa. And for me, Pablo probably will be chosen one, and that sort of, in that case, you know, I think he really is. I go back on some goal striking and catalyst in this team. I think it's 7 goals, 5 assists in 13 games. It's absolutely sensational stuff. And he is the creative link of this team. He's a player Marcelo Bielsa loves, and the first name on the team sheet, along with Calvin Phillips. So he is obviously a contender as well. He'd probably be the one I expect to be captain. It's yeah, lots of interesting ones as well. Just going to go through the comments as well. So another one off Tom. Couldn't he? I think Harrison is promising. I saw him against Bristol. He's playing well, creating a lot of chances, but we have a lot of good players. Again, yeah, I think, you know, there was a time with Harrison around the start of September where I thought he was really, really stepping up. I thought he was doing really well. I think it was around October, coming back off the international break, he just couldn't hit the same level again. You know, he just wasn't quite at that same level. You know, he was inconsistent, not taking on his man. The end product wasn't quite there. It was a worry, you know. And then certainly his last couple of cameos, he hasn't impressed me, to be honest. You know, his decision making's been off. You know, hitting things. There's no real end product there. There's nothing really there for me on Jack Harrison at the moment. That's sort of screaming out a top class winger at this level this season. You know, I certainly think in the future, I don't know how the whole Jack Harrison is. I think he's about 21, 22. You know, he's clearly got a lot of potential. You know, he's been brilliant in MLS. He's played a lot of games for someone of his age. He's played for Man City as well. You know, we've got him from Man City. Man City have seen the potential there as well. You know, he has clearly got potential. It's all about will he give it us this season. You know, sort of comparing to, you know, other wingers options we have. I wouldn't say he's up there. That's just my personal opinion on that. You know, I certainly have seen a lot of people, you know, say that Jack Harrison's got promise, and if you can really find that form, you know, against Middlesbrough, against Preston, against Millwall, you know, that Millwall goal was top class. He has got it in him. It's all about finding that consistency. I think he's only really effective on the right side as well. I don't think he suits the idea of having the left footer on the left wing. I don't think he can do anything on the left wing, if I'm being honest. I don't think he's looks comfortable there at all. So comments. Anyone know how O'Connor is getting on at Blackpool? We're getting low on centre halves. That was off John O. Last time I saw how the O'Connor was, he scored against Arsenal in the cup and got sent off in that same game. I think he did have a couple of man of the match awards towards the start of the season, but just to go back onto that, another interesting one would be Louis Coyle. You know, as far as I'm aware, off the top of my head, I can't really check now, but I think his loan expires in January. He comes back to us in January. Maybe it's good timing here. I saw Louis Coyle a couple of times in League One when we've had an international break. I've seen little bits of him being on Sky and that lot, and he's looked really, really good, Louis Coyle. You know, I think last season in the cup against Leicester, he looked really comfortable. Maybe he's not good as well. Just, you know, speaking on that kind of topic of Paul O'Connor. So next one, Elliot, FIFA Gaming. What backline do you think we'll play against QPR? There'll be a lot of discussion about this. There's been a bit of a theory between a couple of mates of mine that Adam Forshaw can play at right back, but I can't see it at the moment, I think it will be Shackleton at right back. It's tough to say, will we go for back three or will we go for back four? As far as I'm aware, QPR play one up front, so it probably will be the back four. So I don't think he'll risk Apohal. I think he'll prefer to play Calvin Phillips in the middle of the defence alongside Pontus Jansson, and left back will obviously be Barry Douglas. So I think it'll be Jamie Shackleton right back, Barry Douglas left back, Pontus and Calvin Phillips centre backs, possibly Apohal with Calvin pushed further forward. But I think it will be back four myself. The other option could be a back three of Pontus, Apohal, Calvin. That could be another option as well, but we've not got a great deal of options in that sort of situation. Okay, that's one off Barkers. Do you think if Andrea was in charge of the club, would Lewis Cook still be at the club? Sorry if it's a relevant comment. It's a tough one to, no problem at all. I'm happy to discuss anything on this live stream and that lot. Would he be? It's tough to say because I think we got, was it 7? I certainly don't think we'd sell him as cheap as we did. We certainly didn't think there was any resistance from us against that Bournemouth deal. I've heard a lot of rumours about what happened with that deal. I can't really say it live and that lot, but it wasn't great the way that all sort of went about and that lot. It wasn't good. But would he leave? I think in the end, maybe he wouldn't have left straight away. I think when you got a player of the quality of Lewis Cook, it's very difficult to keep hold of him. But I think Andrea Rajnani would have got the best price of Lewis Cook. He would have got at least 15-20 million. He would have driven a hard bargain. He got, Chris Wood, he got 15 million for. I don't think maybe that was probably not a million miles off Chris Wood's value, but it shows he will drive the hard bargain there. I think in the end, a player of Lewis Cook's quality, playing at championship level, it would be very difficult to keep. But if we'd gone up in the Premier League, yes, I do think we probably would have kept Lewis Cook. But it's tough, I have nothing against Lewis Cook at all. I wish him the very best of luck, and it makes me proud every single time I see him linked with England and the major clubs. I'm actually from near Liverpool. He's been linked with Liverpool pretty much every week. He certainly will, I think, in the future be playing for Liverpool as a potential Jake Nolan replacement, possibly. Again, it's more of our young players. So another one. Is Shackleton the answer? That's off Claudio, off our team. For me, at the moment, yeah, I'd say yes. I really like the look of Shackleton. I think going forward, he looks more than comfortable. I think he's really suiting that role. Certainly against Swansea and Bolton in the Cup, he looked really good going forward. He got an assist in that Swansea game. And it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see him. I think I really would like to see him play right wing back, going for back three. But I'm really intrigued to see how he performs. He's not had much chance there. We've stuck with Stuart Dallas, but Stuart Dallas, if we're being honest, I don't think it's justified. His start ahead of Jamie Shackleton. If we go purely from performances this season, Jamie Shackleton's been next level compared to Stuart Dallas. I think even if you go into pre-season, when I saw Jamie Shackleton play against York, Oxford, I think he played trying to think of other games. He played another game, I think Guiseley, he played that game as well. He looked comfortable in that right wing back spot. Potentially, you could even say he looks more comfortable there in his actual natural position of centre mid. Let's not forget, he is a centre mid at the end of the day. He looked much better there. But yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. What we get off Jamie Shackleton. But for me, I think I'm expecting a good performance. I think he looks comfortable. He looks calm. I think Bielsa likes it. Bielsa wouldn't sort of put him in at the start of the season if he didn't feel he was that kind of standard. We look at the amount of players we loaded out. Jamie Shackleton was one of the ones he kept. He kept Jamie Shackleton instead of Lewis Coyle, a natural out-and-out right back. And for me, that tells me Bielsa has confidence in him. I'm just going to do a couple more. Let's have a look. So we've got one off Antina Talis. If Bielsa leaves in the summer, you could apply for the job. Nah, not me. If any of us is applying for the job, I'm going to nominate Conor. Definitely Conor. He'll rip into it. If it's a poor performance in that lot. Conor, I'd be more than happy to be an assistant. Me and Joe Wainman as assistants, that'd be no problem at all. But no, it's an interesting one that about Bielsa leaving in the summer, which I've got to be honest, I think it's a possibility if we don't get promoted. it's tough. You know, if we don't get promoted, will we have to keep on with Bielsa? It's going to be a lot more difficult. But that's maybe a discussion for another day. But yeah, you know, I think certainly would put Conor McGilligan forward for that position. So let's have a look again. Alioski or Clark? Elliot, FIFA Gaming. Clark all day long at the minute. In terms of wingers, Clark is just offering so much more for me than Alioski is. It's as simple as that, really. You know, I think Alioski's got 1 assist since the August international break. It's not good enough, really, you know, in terms of what we need at the moment. I do like Alioski, but he's just not producing at the moment. He's not producing the performances we need of him, and that's frustrating. You know, it is frustrating, but it has to be Clark for me ahead of Alioski. I'm not saying Clark is the answer for this season. You know, I think we do need a bit more different options there as well. But yeah, for me, Clark over Alioski at the moment. A couple more. Another one off Claudio. Clark to Man City. What's your opinion on this? I can't see it. I really can't see this happening. You know, I don't think Pep, you know, knowing sort of how specific Pep is on bringing in players, I can't see him, you know, going straight for Clark straight away when he's played like 5 games for us. You know, maybe in the summer that might happen. You know, if Clark makes a good impression between now and the end of the season and drives us to promotion or near to promotion, yeah, it probably is going to be looked at. I mean, at the end of the day, he's 18 and produced 5 out of 5. Out of the 5 games he's played well. He's played really well. You know, it shows a lot about him. He's had to come on in really difficult situations. He's looked to change the games. I think he is maybe a Pep player, but at the moment, I can't see it myself. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm being naive, but I can't really see it being Man City that would look at him. Possibly a Bournemouth, possibly someone like that, but Man City, I think he's jumping the gun that myself. I think it's a little bit too early to say that as well. Okay, this is an interesting one. Mackenzie Horn. If one was to get sold in January, would you rather us sell Roof than Phillips? Oh, right, this is a tough one. I'm going to have to say I'd rather sell Roof. Purely because Calvin he just is a Marcelo Bielsa player. He suits this style of play absolutely superbly. You know, he plays centre back, he plays centre mid, and we don't have to make a substitution when we take Calvin Phillips off the pitch. Kemar Roof has been absolutely exceptional this season, don't get me wrong. It's 8 goals in 14 games, but we do have other options to Kemar Roof. For that pure reason, I would probably say Kemar Roof, but I really don't want to see us sell either player. You know, I think certainly both were very criticised last season. I've always been a KP fan, but I've never personally seen yourself Kemar Roof, what he's produced this season. I've always felt he looks better in the striker role, but I never sort of saw him as a starting striker in the team pushing for promotion. And at the end of the day, we are pushing for promotion at the minute. We are 4 points clear at 3rd. But for me, yeah, I would probably say, yeah, I'd go for Phillips. Purely for the fact we've got Bamford, Roberts filling for him, possibly Jack Clark moving inside and that lot. You know, I just love Calvin. I think he's just absolutely brilliant. He's just a phenomenon, you know, for this team. Let's have a look, a couple more comments. Antina Tellis, your favourites from also promotion this season. Interesting one. You know, you have to consider us. You know, I don't like talking about us and automatic promotion, but I still think it's too early to talk about us, you know, doing it, being favourites for automatic promotion. But you certainly got to look at Norwich. You know, Norwich producing results all the time, and the winning game's pretty comfortably as well. I think it's 3-1, 4-1, 3-0, 5-1 or something. I think it's the last couple of results. They are winning games comfortably, scoring loads of goals. You know, I think Timo Pukki's been a brilliant signing for them. Moritz Leitner, we really like in the middle of that park. And they've just got an all-round good team. They've got a really good balance to the team as well. They've brought in some good youngsters. I think Daniel Fark there is doing a really good job, and he's a really shrewd manager at this level. You know, he started to try and build his sort of philosophy last season, and it just show sometimes it does take more than one season to build that philosophy. So, it'll be an interesting one. That I think they're definitely contenders. We'll just say they've got more quality than us. No, I wouldn't say they've got more quality than us, but you know, it's going to be an interesting one for them at Norwich. So the next one after that, just keep an eye on the left of the screen here. So on the, I'm trying to think about what. So Villa have got to be a contender as well. Yeah, I think Villa got to really look at us now. Dean Smith's just took the job, winning games comfortably as well. 3-0 at Borough at the weekend, 5-5 draw with Forest, scoring plenty of goals, and they've got so much quality in that team, so much quality. And then you look at West Brom. West Brom maybe not got consistency so far, but you've certainly got to look at them as a potential, team to be up there. But I'm thinking really, other than that, there's no one really jumping out at me, other than that. There's no one, that's the only four I can sort of think of off the top of my head. Maybe look with potentially Forest, maybe look with potentially Derby, but I don't think they've quite got that wow factor about them. Maybe, Borough being seen, I've seen mentioned a lot about automatic promotion. I don't see it. I don't think Borough have got that game-changing player this season. They had a Darwin Traore last season, who was fantastic from last season. Yeah, then Gibson at the back as well, who I thought was next level really for the championship. Will be an interesting one. I can't see it Middlesbrough personally. They scored 22 goals in 20 games. I really do doubt it. The guys I think have annoyed Conor, Claudio and Joe, but I don't actually think Middlesbrough will finish in the top 6. Controversial. I've got nothing against Middlesbrough at all. It doesn't bother me if they do make the top 6 or don't make the top 6. But at the minute, from what I've seen in Middlesbrough, I can't see them finishing above some of those teams I've spoken about so far in terms of automatic promotion. It's a very bold claim, maybe, but I don't see it personally. The other three guys think I'm absolutely mad. I don't care. I just don't see Middlesbrough as being a top 6 team. That's just my personal opinion on that. So one last comment before I go. One more off Elliot for gaming. Don't know if anyone has noticed, but Barry Douglas's first touch is always back. He never looks to go forward. What's your opinion on this? Well, I think it's something. It's something I've spotted. With Barry Douglas, he does sometimes. He doesn't always look to go forward every single time, because I think you have to consider as well the style of play we're trying to play. We're trying to play a possession-based style of play. Sometimes with that, we've got to be a little bit slower on the ball. A little bit more reserved about the way we play. Not always trying to launch the ball forward every single time. But I think his first touch is really good. What I really do like about Barry Douglas is he'll take a touch, and sometimes he will go back, but he'll look to get himself on his right foot and play the pass inside. He doesn't care if he has to use his right foot. I think it's a bit of a myth that he's very left-footed. He's more than happy to just go on his right foot, pass inside, and start an attack. He's just got that intelligence. He's another player I kind of Forshaw has got the experience of the battle. He's got that know-how as well. For me, that's what I really like about Barry Douglas. That's all I've got to say on that one. But I've got to thank you guys for the comments as well. They've been superb. Some of them I've not read. I apologise in advance if I've missed any. We've been trying to keep it up. It'll be a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be trying to keep up. One last one. Who's playing right back on Saturday? Jamie Shackleton for me. I don't see anyone else. Potentially Robbie Gotts, but I think it's a bit too early for Robbie Gotts from the academy. I'm going to go for Jamie Shackleton for that. But being about Izzy Brown, make sure you leave a comment down below where you see Izzy Brown is playing. Is he going to be number 10, or is he going to be a left winger in this team, or is he going to play somewhere else, or maybe potentially as a striker for this team? Make sure you leave your comments down below on that. And if you haven't checked out already, done on Monday Night Football this week. Got the previews for Reading coming up as well. I think Conor has spoken about being outside Ellen Road for his previews, so make sure you check out that as well. Conor is now back in the UK, as you guys will already know. Me and Joe will also be in the previews as well. Make sure you leave your comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just one last thing, if you haven't already noticed, we've built like a relationship to an extent with the Terrace store. We've got a 10% discount for any of you guys if you want to buy something from the Terrace store. So the Terrace store, if you don't know, they're very much retro. Anything sort of from the 90s, 2000s, 80s. They will have something. Pretty much anything you want, sort of Leeds United retro based, they will have. They will have. Just search them on Google, and if you can't find them on the page, in fact, Claudius commented there. The code is ALLTV in all capital letters. Thanks for reminding me on that one, mate. But just Google them. The Terrace store. Claudius gave the link there. Oh, what a guy Claudio is. And another quick thing to mention is a lot of people said they can't find Leeds stuff specifically on the Terrace store. Just go onto the search bar, type in Leeds, and you'll find 15 to 16 pages of terrace door gear. That's the last thing I've got to say. I'll stop rambling, and we'll see you tomorrow with our previews. All UCV, thanks so much for watching. See you later.